Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sidejag, the show where we talk about movies, romance. Not really. Books. No, none of that.
No.
I get you.
Food.
Food. Oh, yeah, food. Well, isn't that romance and food the same thing? I mean, let's be
Maybe,
honest.
yeah.
You can have a really romantic moment with a nice whatever it is that turns you on.
Pork chop.
But anyways, we're going to talk about stuff. We have a special guest tonight. We have Living Loud with Andy. We tasked him with watching Turning Red, the new Disney Plus movie that never made it into the theaters, which is strange because Pixar movies typically go to the theater and do really,
I didn't know
really
this
well.
didn't go to the theater.
Never went to the theater.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Digital release only. Yep.
Yeah, which was really dumb. But we'll get to that in a little bit because, like always, we're not going to start with the point of the show. We got a bunch of BS we got to get out of the way first. So let's hop right into it. Andy, thank you so much for coming in and spending your evening with us. I know it's like we've never talked before, although we talked 10 minutes ago.
Yes. Well, thanks for having me on, man. This is fun, and I always side jag on my shows too, and now side jag with the official side jaggers. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fitting name because trying to get us to stay on topic is like
it's tough.
It's
not.
It's like you just keep. It's like driving around the world with the left blinker on, going right the whole time. You have great intentions. You're just never going to go that way.
Well, the key is 3 rights give you a left.
Absolutely. Makes sense if you don't think about it.
Two rights make a wrong.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
and then and then you just keep going around, and eventually, you're going straight again.
And the name of the show is Sidejag, so we just went down one. Perfect example.
So what did you guys think of the movie? That's what I want.
We're not there yet. We're not.
We got to get to the nonsense first.
We got to
nonsense
get
first.
Okay. We'll get to there. We'll slow down.
I do
like
have
the gravy. Come on, give me the gravy.
Listen, I would love to, like, who's watching this show? If you're watching this show and you don't know anything else we do, and you're like, what the are these guys talking about? Like, they're not even talking about the movie. Comment, please, comment. I rarely read the comments on Sidejag, but I need to. Like, I want to see, like, what your experience is. Like, to them, we're just like a channel with, like, 200 subs.
Yeah.
Act like we own YouTube.
Yeah, well, we do. I mean, we just don't own it on this channel. Let's be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice that way. They don't know who you are, so you just.
It was funny. I got done last week, and I go, did we talk about the movie we were supposed to watch? I think we did. I don't remember what it was. So, yeah. All right, well, my week has sucked, so I haven't had a chance to watch nothing. I had a really rare opportunity this weekend that I'll share with you because it's Disney and everybody loves Disney. Yeah. So I got back from wherever the hell I was, Massachusetts, and so we got Thursday, Friday, and then I took Saturday off because the girls were like, "Hey,
going to Disney.
Could we see you for a couple hours? Can we get penciled in the book?" And I was like, I mean, shit. All right, fine. So friends of my wife's and ours, a family friend, has always wanted to do a Disney VIP tour. A Disney VIP tour, if you've ever been to Disney, or if you've ever seen in the videos, the people that walk around that work for Disney and look like they're wearing really uncomfortable shoes, and you always go like, I bet you that's the rich people. Like, they always have, it's like they have people with them. And, so like if you're loaded, that's, so if you're famous or you have lots of money, you hire them because they will take you around the park and you'll just walk on the ride. Okay, so there's no waiting in line. There's no, you're here, and it's like so they take you on the fast pass line, which isn't the fast pass line anymore. But even if that's too long, they just go, I'm not waiting for this shit. Get out of the way. We're coming through. So she calls us up and she's like, hey, listen, I've always wanted to do this. I just got this awesome bonus, and I'm blowing it on this. And I'm like, you go, girl. And she's like, I got this layout. We're going to all 4 parks. It's going to be insane. And I'm like, okay. So I get an email when I'm traveling, and it's the itinerary. And it's like, we are going to do this. We are going to do this. And we're going to do this. And it's like, you're going to be here. It's like, we are leaving at this time. And it's like, oh shit. Like, this is some serious stuff. Here
Too strict for me, man. No way.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
always running
hey,
late.
at the end of the day, it's Disney. You just, all I got to do is show up. I mean, I'm like, I walk faster than everybody there anyway. So it's like, I just got to show up. I mean, I can do
Well, you're a
laps around
professional walker. I heard about you walking around Stillwater a couple miles or something like that.
No,
What
we
was it?
ran. We didn't walk.
You
We
were
ran.
running.
Yeah.
Okay.
We ran.
Yeah. I ran a long way.
Yeah. No, I took their Fernando, not my Fernando, and went for a jog around the lake there, Boomer Lake, and
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Hell of a
ran back
name.
to the
Hell of a
hotel
name.
couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we signed up to do that. So I looked at it like, everyone's seen John Wick, right?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, who has?
You remember the whole premise was like he got out because he had to do the impossible task.
Yeah.
Get it all done. And like one night he had to all that whole, he created the groundwork, which created our whole, whatever. That's what this was. This was like strap on 10 hours of just like, go.
Yeah.
And dude, we hit this place, and like, we started at Hollywood Studios. Then we went to Epcot. Then we went to Animal Kingdom, and then we ended up at Magic Kingdom. And the best part, I mean, it was all great. It was a blast. But the best part was at nighttime. We've seen a million fireworks shows, but you're always like,
Yeah.
dude, laying on the grass, sitting down, eating chicken fingers.
Oh, they had you in a part where no one else could go.
Oh, just other people that were stupid like us and paid a lot of money to do this thing. So it was like, I'm literally like chilling on the grass, watching these fireworks go off like I'm in a freaking state park or something. And I'm like, dude, this is the shit. This is worth every goddamn penny.
Dude,
you have to pay.
Disney fireworks, my memories from them is BO. Like, people, I'm sorry, Disney people, you guys stink that go to the Disney park. Because it's hot. We're always there during the summer, and it's like, dude, like.
But you're the thing is like we were at hour 10,
Yeah.
So it's like you've been running all day. Florida is not a cold place, but what made this nice is that Saturday it was cold. We had a cold front come through, so it never got above like 68.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's cold for us, right?
Yeah, this wasn't cold.
Established. We know that's cold for Florida, guys. So calm down.
Yeah.
I
had to put on his winter shorts. He had his winter shorts on, guys.
I did have my winter shorts on.
That's the thing though with like theme parks, and like how you say you were running around trying to do everything, and it's like that's the only way you can enjoy the entire park, but it's like you never get a break. You don't even have time to take a leak or anything because
this part, yes, but this was designed that way. We go every month. Okay, so
you like Bobby B there.
Yes, yes, exactly. And Bob, that's Bobby and I will yes. But he's got season passes. We have season passes, and you don't go to hit every ride. It's like we've ridden all these rides a million times. This was just something she wanted to do, and do it in one day. And it's like, because they're Disney, they have season passes too. So it wasn't like we all haven't ridden these rides a million times. It was just one of those things where it's like, I've always wanted to do this.
Just on our bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we got lucky enough to be included in it. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
I mean, the common thread in your stories is it's always full throttle. You're going to Oklahoma. We're going to stream all night. We're going to Wisconsin for one day.
24 hours, baby. 24 hours. Dude, we walked 5 miles inside of that arena that day. I walked 5 miles in a circle.
That's insane. That sounds like something like teenagers do. You know what I mean? You're crazy, man. I'm only 30 and I'm huffing and puffing, man. I don't know about you. That's crazy. I need to start running like you, man.
Yeah,
need to.
But no, back to the original. Like I was saying though, it's like we go to Disney. If we ride 2 rides, that's cool. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'll go with some of my friends and they'll be like, oh, I want to ride this. It's like, just pick 3 rides, man. Just pick 3 rides.
Yeah.
We'll go. Let the kid have their fun.
Right.
The secret to Disney is not about all the rides. There's a lot to see and other stuff to do other than just riding rides. If you want to ride rides, go to Universal because there's nothing to look at and it's just like, let's just,
The cool thing about Disney is part of the ride is the line.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of cool stuff in the lines, that makes it.
Yeah, they're
worth
called
some of
fans.
them.
Fans
Yeah,
are really
yeah.
nice. The lines have fans.
Right.
Some of them have
Well,
air conditioning.
Some of
That's
them,
even
yeah, I was
better.
looking at the same time air conditioning.
You mean
Yeah,
like the fans that like have like water jetting out, kind of like
Oh yeah,
cooling you
yeah. Some
down?
of them
Yeah,
have that. Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
like at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, they spit water because, I mean, but the thing, you don't need water. I mean, you're already
No.
wet because it's
Yeah.
100% humidity. You're not. It's
Yeah.
not like you're dry.
Sorry,
it's not-
I'm up here in Pittsburgh. We're dry.
Yeah.
It's dry.
you
heat. It's
guys
dry
get
heat.
humidity in the summertime.
Yeah, a little bit,
Yeah.
little bit. It's either hot, or it's just rain. It's like
Yeah.
or you get all 4 seasons in one day. Like no joke. It's insane.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember, gray skies. Never let
Yeah.
down. Yeah. It's funny because Paul comes over the other day into the install bay, and it's gray skies and just dingy. And he goes, "I really like days like today. It's raining and shit." And I'm like, "You're fucked in the head. Why would anybody like this? I mean, it's nice. It's refreshing." And I'm like, so this is what it's settled, because he's from Ohio, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm guessing it makes him feel like home. It's
He probably
dreary,
had a
crappy
porch.
day.
If you got a porch and it's a rainy day, it's
Dude, man,
it's
he
not
ain't
bad. As
never
long
had
as
a
the
porch.
humidity is low, it's great. If the humidity's high and it's raining, you can't even breathe.
Unless
Just go
the
back
retail
inside.
store that they owned in Ohio had a porch, which it did. He lived in a mall. He worked in a mall forever.
Oh wow.
His his store was in a mall, so he never got to see anything. So I think
Oh,
that's
wow.
why he likes it, just because he was in a box with no windows for so long, and now it's like
Fresh
there's-
air.
Yeah, windows. I don't know about fresh air, but yeah, it's,
Right.
yeah. So
I
that's kind of funny. But what? Okay, so we'll get to Big Red, but I haven't watched nothing. I just realized, last night I was like, holy crap, I haven't sat in front of the TV in like a week and a half. And
Right.
everyone's like, oh, you always get time. I know, I didn't watch shit.
I know. I had to make time to rewatch it because I'm like, I don't even remember the main character's name. I'm like, I got to at least know.
But that's not an important thing. We know that.
Yeah.
Right, but still,
We're not that thorough.
Yeah.
I'm not writing notes or nothing, but I at least
Yeah.
got to know. I got to feel confident walking in here, like knowing
Malin,
something about it. Yeah,
something
But you know the girl
Yeah,
with the
May
face.
May.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we'll get to that. But have you watched any other shows this week? Just like anything, any other movies or any, what have you been watching?
I know me and Rob both seen Sonic 2. That was good.
I didn't
went
watch
to
Sonic
theaters for
2.
that.
I didn't.
Oh, you
get to see
did
that
it? I
yet.
thought you did.
No, I want
I don't want to
though.
give any. I don't want to give any spoilers. It was really good.
I mean,
Was it?
I come from a Sega Dreamcast Sonic Adventure kind of person, guy. So
Okay.
like that was my first game system. So kind of
Dude, his
close
first
to me.
game system was a Dreamcast.
Right, I know. Well, I didn't get it until I was 9. My
remember
friend down the street had a
Oh,
PS2
damn,
and
he
a
was 9.
PlayStation
Yeah.
and a Genesis. Well, I lived with a friend that had everything, so it felt like
Because-
I had nothing.
I got.
Did you get it out right when it came out though? Because it came
Oh,
out
yeah, yeah, we-
9/9/99.
Got on the waiting order at KB
The year I
Toys.
graduated.
Yeah, it came free with the game. But anyway, so like the movie
Mine
kind of
was
like
good.
I was like,
Sorry.
man, this is gonna be awesome. The first one was kind of it wasn't a flop, but it was better than the first one that they
Oh, it was
tried
better
to
than the
put
first
out.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
because the first one sucked.
I kind of like the first one for a Sonic. Like, what's the story of Sonic? There's no story with Sonic.
They
So,
had a cartoon for years
Yeah.
that was great.
but the cartoon was
Yeah.
no.
Right, and it's like, how do you make a video game into a movie? And there is a storyline to Sonic, but there's so many different storylines, and at least they actually kind of followed through with the Dreamcast, like Sonic Adventure, the stuff that I grew up with, like the Chaos Emeralds, Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, and
Yeah.
and then they brought in Tails and Knuckles, which was just awesome. So there was a lot of high points in the movie, and then the low points were really low, like the first
okay.
one, but worse. And it's like,
Oh.
oh, come on, this just doesn't need to even be in here. But they got to make money, and then
Yeah.
and then they're trying to hit every single audience member, like literally from age 3 to like 59, and it's like you can't just do that and have a successful movie. And if you do, you got to be like the Titanic or like Jurassic Park. You have to be a really good
Top tier.
director and writer, and it could have been a lot better, but I mean, you can't really be too like it's a kids movie. It's supposed to be
Right.
for kids. It really
Right.
is. But
So
they
did your kids
know
watch
us
it?
nostalgic 30-plus-year-olds are going to bring our kids to the movies to see this that we
Well,
grew up with.
Did you bring your kids to the movie?
Yeah, I brought Bryson, the older one. He loves Sonic and everything.
So did he
and-
love the movie?
Yeah, he actually sat there and watched it. So I guess you
Okay,
could
how old is
say,
he?
look, he'll be 5 in July.
Oh,
So
That's a
okay.
feat.
That's a top tier. That's 2 thumbs up right there.
Yeah.
You got a 5-year-old to sit and watch it.
you're telling
Oh
me.
hell
he,
yeah, yeah.
he
Good
runs.
job.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
Everyone,
like,
of course, in the comments is having flashbacks of Atari. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
It's
guys.
nice to know
Sorry,
there's old
sorry,
people in
sorry.
the comments. Yeah.
I had a Game
Yeah.
Boy. I mean, Game Boy.
Oh,
I
slow
started a
down,
Game Boy,
slow-
but it was
it's okay.
color. It was color. It was color. It was color.
Oh man.
Sorry,
Dang.
mine was greenish black.
It was black.
Black and white. It wasn't really black.
Yeah.
I put a green
No, it's
screen
like
on it. So.
it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the monochromatic
Tetris.
crap.
I just called it my portable Tetris player.
yeah.
That
Well,
was
that's what
only-
it was for everybody.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
can't.
Sad.
Yeah.
But all right, so Sonic was cool. That's nice. Any other? So you went and saw Morbius.
I called my wife before the show because
Mhm.
I forget every week what we watch. So let me start with a crappy movie I watched.
Okay.
Terrible movie. Halloween Kills. I seen it on there. Yeah.
No, it
I always liked Halloween. Even I know it's a trashy movie, but this one was like worse. This one was worse than every other Halloween movie before it, and it's not
Wow.
worth your time.
I mean,
if you-
the one where the pumpkins, like everyone's head turned into a pumpkin. Remember that crappy Halloween, like a Halloween
I don't
3 or
remember that
some
one.
shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the premise of it was.
Yeah.
But so it sucked.
You get to see Michael Myers' face in this one. So
Oh,
Mm.
really?
Wait,
There's
why would they
that.
do that? You can't do that.
because
Can't
it's
do
like
that.
it's listen, don't just Google it. Like, don't even watch it. Not worth the time. Morbius. Now we're done with Halloween Kills. Sucks.
Okay.
0 out of 10. Morbius. Morbius is okay. I
I've been
went
waiting
into
for
it not
Morbius for 2 years.
really.
So-
I didn't expect much from it. It's not going to give you much, but if you go with low expectations, it's okay. It's okay. There's some cool things to it, but it also kind of sucks. So I don't know what to say about it. 5 out of 10, somewhere in that range.
So is it a good like popcorn flick? Like Saturday night, I got nothing to do. Really? It's not even
That's
that.
Well, see, here's what happened. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of story, a lot. If it was just like Morbius, like
Right.
the dude's a Batman,
Yeah.
a real Batman, and he's
Yeah.
like doing vampire shit and fighting, and we had more of that. We would have moved up farther on the scale, but instead we had more about like whiny
More chatty
Jake
chat.
Gyllenhaal, I'm so sad situation going on.
Jeez.
So yeah, so 5 out of 10. The parts that are good are good. Everything else is not so great.
Okay. Well, that's really disappointing. What else?
Well, I was
I've
like
been-
the highlight of the week was Turning Red, as far as movies went.
Wow.
It
Wow. We
wasn't-
really set the bar low.
Yeah, that's wow, man. It's like, well, the Steelers made the playoffs this year. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
And
can't
yeah, you just lost a player too to a garbage truck. It's
Yeah,
terribly
yeah.
sad. And it sucks. That was the talk of the weekend. Oh my god, this guy died and he got
I
hit by a
know.
garbage truck.
Yeah,
it was
that's-
like,
I think there's conspiracy
Ow!
behind it. When I first heard about it, it said that Mitch Trubisky invited the players down to his house. I'm like, oh, and then the other quarterback that was in your, competition, he just happened to get hit by a truck. I'm like, okay, maybe. Nah, doubt it. But still, it's like, makes
all
you
right, let's
think.
not talk too much about football. We'll lose the audience.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry guys, sorry. Yeah,
Oops.
I can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone is just reminiscing about their old arcade games, and I'll just throw this in there. Back in the day when I got my Atari 2600, that's when I learned that I will never be a gamer, and the word gamer didn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
But I knew at that point that this whole medium would never be mine because I only had a stick and a button, and I could not get that to work. So I figured out whatever superpower it takes to do this, let alone this.
Yeah. Dude, the
Wasn't
joysticks
gonna
on
be
Atari
me.
suck. They suck, dude. The joysticks.
Oh, it
on
was
them.
horrible. I mean, dude, the
Yeah.
button always went bad. The stick would go
Yeah.
bad.
Gotta get
I
the
took
ball,
s-
gotta get it.
I took
Yeah.
so many of those things apart. And, oh, what a
Dude,
pain in the ass.
Frogger will murder that joystick because you're
Oh, yeah.
like,
Boop, 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 boop.
yeah. You're going hard, man. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just at that point it was like this will never be for me. And the only mistake I made was later on I bought this game. It was called Quack Shot with Donald Duck. It was
I've heard of that.
the original Genesis or whatever Sega. Probably Genesis.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I bought it. So I bought it on like a Friday, and I stayed up like 24 hours playing this game, and I only got to like level 15. And the next morning after I fell asleep, I woke up, I put it all back in the box, I took it back to the store, and I bought a Hi-Fi VCR. Everyone can reminisce about a Hi-Fi VCR and what makes that unique.
Right.
But that was it. I was done. I was like, all right, I learned my lesson. I will never game again, and I will watch movies from now on.
It'll consume your life, man. That's one thing. Like I wouldn't say a gamer I was, but now it's like being an adult. I don't have time to put in the effort, hours to beat games and play them.
I'm fine. Like if you could figure it out, but dude, this was like a 150 level game, and I got to 15. Yeah. I spent hours. You know.
Well, at least you didn't have to pay to play. You know, I know a lot of games are like that nowadays. You know, Madden.
Well, I gamed quite a bit until once YouTube started becoming a thing for me to put out videos. It took that time up. I had to choose either do YouTube videos or play games because I don't have time for both.
Right.
I read books and then I became a YouTuber.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
No, I don't read books. Damn.
I will say as late as I stood in line. 2007, Halo 3 came out. Midnight release. I stood in line. I took the next day off work. And how old was I in 2007? I was
20-something.
You want to say you're 28.
Yeah, so I was like a full-grown adult with 2 kids. And I took off work. I'd done a midnight release at Halo 3 and took off work the next day.
And you played it hopefully the whole day?
And I played it all day, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, okay, funny you should bring up Halo. Has anybody... Have you watched any of the Halo stuff?
No, I want to.
Have you watched any of the stuff on Paramount Plus? Andy?
Who, me? Paramount Plus, we had that. I literally just got rid of that about a month or 2 ago, so I haven't seen anything new on there.
Dude.
I've been binging on Netflix. That's what I've been doing recently.
Netflix sucks.
I know, but yeah.
And again, they all suck. You just have to have them all in order to find a full shit to watch. But Halo, I watched 2 episodes previous, and so far I'm hooked. I'm like, this is gonna be badass. So I think probably by the time I get ready to watch, I'll be 3 more episodes behind, so I'll be able to get a good amount in there.
I'm gonna have to watch that and then and come back up on here and talk about it because I was one of the few kids that never got onto the whole Halo.
I never played the game. I've never played the game. I read the comic books.
So you already
I read comic books and books. So I was a book nerd when it came to Halo. So I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Gotcha.
But,
I have no idea about anything. I know a guy walking around with a helmet and gun and shooting aliens or whatever.
Well, it's just a cool series because it's there again. This guy walking around a helmet with a gun. Sign me up.
Right.
Yeah.
That doesn't say Dean, then what does?
That is a stormtrooper helmet right there.
It looks just like it.
Yeah. So Moon Knight.
Yes.
Have you watched any of it?
I've watched the first episode, I think.
All right, let me just save you some time. I've watched 3 episodes now. This isn't a Dean show. It's not. You don't even have to mess with it anymore. I'm going to continue to watch it. I feel like I'm invested. So I will continue to watch it. But yeah, don't waste any more time on it.
No, I have to.
Yeah, are you invested now?
I mean, the thing is it's like if I've sat through all this crap so far. Yeah. So listen.
How come we're like contract? Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I don't know what it is about us. Why are we're like obligated to watch every Marvel and Star Wars thing?
Well, I'm waiting. I know. Well, there's nothing else going on in the world.
Might as well. There's a lot of episodes.
We finally got the shows we wanted. It's nerds, and it's all controlled by Disney, and you're just sitting there going, "What the hell?"
They're just cash cow.
Well, they heard we were talking about turning red. So
what I love the most about them is it's naked, HD, XYZ, what's the XYZ? I don't know what this means. Online strips without clothing. I
don't know. But
did you need the XYZ or the without the clothing? Like, we get what's going on. Naked online strips. That's all we need. HD maybe.
Yeah.
HD 4K.
That's sad. Okay, so you have watched Moon Knight, and you're not, because the first one just left me going.
Like I said, the second one's gonna pick you up a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
The second one you're gonna be like, oh, dude, okay, I see what they're doing here, and the third one's gonna be like, damn it.
I thought I knew what they were doing here.
That's kind of how that show, Better Call Saul. It's like a Netflix series.
Yeah.
And his name's McGill. Like, come on.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's spelled a little different, but whatever. You know, so I watched it, and it's like, I could tell Kayla really wasn't interested in it. It's a kind of slow-paced, weird, different kind of movie. I'm on, like, episode 5, and it's just now starting to get on the roll of things, and it's like, well, I guess I could rewatch these all, because that's what I do. You know, if it's, unless she picks it, like, I'll watch, like, an episode or two, and it's like, okay, this is good. I'll save this. We'll watch it together, and then we just binge, you know, for either a couple hours a day or all weekend, or who knows what it is, a few hours a day each day.
Screw the kids, they can starve.
Right, yeah.
You
go watch Blippi on the computer. Leave us alone. We're binging.
Don't worry, I gave them 2 shots of NyQuil each.
Yeah.
We can watch for like 4 hours.
Oh, it's Tylenol, man. Knocks them right out, man.
Dude.
Kids are fun though, man. They really are.
Yeah.
They keep you
Well,
healthy.
they are sometimes, yeah. But
Right,
listen,
and then the other
once
times
they
your
move
hair's
out,
falling
it's
out,
so great. Once they move out, it's so great.
Yeah, how's that
And we just
feeling,
take-
Rob? I need to know. I need to know.
Like, listen, I got a spare bed. I got 2 spare bedrooms now, so when we have guests, Dean and Nando don't have to sleep right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have like a whole room now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I know. Trust me. Air mattress was great, just getting some sleep, but I've never woke up in so much pain in my life. I thought literally, I got up in the middle of the night, I went into the bathroom, and I was just checking to see if I had bruises or something. I felt like one of those people that gets that says they get abducted by aliens, and they like cut their body in half and put them back together. And you could, they X-ray and you could see, I like my whole hip felt like it was just in the wrong spot. I was just like, why?
That's how my back feels every day. I need a new bed, man.
It wasn't my back.
Bad.
It was like my hip. I just because we were up. I mean,
like 30-something hours.
Well, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a lot.
Pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Pushing yourself too much. Yeah.
Well, listen, they showed up, and the Dean's like, "You want to hear the kicker truck?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to hear the kicker truck." So we drive off. Like at this time, Nando's up. He's talking. Everything's cool. Like when we leave, Nando dies. He is out. He is out till.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though, cause like, dude, when we flew up to Massachusetts, I was like, dude, let's not do anything. Let's just get up there, get to bed, get up, we'll do our thing, we'll get on a plane, cause we got to work the next day. So it's like, and we're gonna be working there the whole day. And I was like, let's just do this smart. So at like 12:30. We're still talking, and I'm like, God damn it, it's 12:30. I want to go to bed at like 10. Son of a bitch. And about 1 o'clock, I was like, all right, man, I think we all need to go to bed. It's 1 o'clock. And we got to get up at like 6.
Jesus.
So, shit. But, I mean, anytime we do one of these things, it's like, I think going to kicker was probably the earliest, like, we've ever, like, kicked it in. And it's like, I don't know what it is about that place, but, like, nobody hangs out.
Dude,
like,
there is like, what are you gonna do in Stillwater? B-dubs. That's why we got. Why do you think we go to B-dubs? It's
so is it more like
open.
Rural kind of area rather than like suburban area?
There's nothing.
There is
no. It's a small, sleepy ass town.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's like every town in Pennsylvania outside of Pittsburgh and Philly.
Yeah.
Where it's like you drive into a town and you don't even realize you're in a town.
Oh wow!
It's like Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
And they have. So the only thing that makes
sounds like anything past Latrobe, at least for me.
Yeah. So the only thing that makes this town nice is that the college is there.
Yeah.
So it's a college town, but the college is awesome. Like when we went up there, Joe, who was on the show this week,
he did great, by the way.
I didn't get to watch it all yet. I gave him all kinds of shit. Because he calls me, he's like, I'm gonna be on the show, and I go, good luck, you suck. He's like, well, you're gonna do horrible, man. You ain't got the patience for this shit. He's like, shut up. And I was like, no, you're gonna die.
He did really good, man. He was rolling.
I was giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
We talk all the time. We're pretty good friends. Because we stayed at his house when we went out there. But
nice.
So when we got there, we went over to the college because they have an ice cream place. And so we got ice cream and walked around the college like four perverts. Luckily, the college was closed. It was a holiday weekend, so there was no people there. But I'm an architecture guy, so I was just blown away by the architecture of the place. Was just like awesome.
Yeah, beautiful.
So that was. But that's it. That's the extent of the town. Like, there's an airport. It has one terminal, and it's hilarious. And then there's Kicker's beautiful building that just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's
sticking out like a sore thumb.
It's really nice architecture, and it's like then there's nothing.
The front of the building, where the big round piece is, and the front glass is all like, holy shit, that doesn't fit. Until you go around the corner and you realize the whole building is made out of brick, and you're like,
wow.
It's got to be the biggest brick building I've ever seen. And I'm from Michigan, where Detroit is. So
well, you'd almost want something like that with how many tornado warnings they get and just tornadoes.
No, you really don't. I think you'd want reinforced concrete, steel, and all kinds of neat shit. But they bought the building, so the building was already made. So, but they just redid the front and all that other crap. But no, it's just a small town. I mean, it's got. I think there's 3 or 4 hotels. There are some okay restaurants.
They got Eskimo Joe's. Come on, that's like what the famous thing. Yeah,
they got Eskimo Taco Joe's or Jose Joe's now.
Yeah,
which
Jose
is a Mexican
Joe's
restaurant. There's a new burger place that everyone loves. They got a really good Mexican place there that was like totally 2 thumbs up for Rando.
I ate there last year. I went.
Yeah.
Kayla loves Taco Bell, so
this is way better than Taco Bell. Yeah, this is authentic. But yeah, there's like nothing there. But it's a great place to run. Yeah, I mean, it's a great place.
Seems like it's pretty flat out there too. It's real flat.
No.
Yeah, all of Oklahoma's flat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I live in like mountains, valleys everywhere.
Yeah, but compared to Florida, it's not.
Yeah, you're Florida. Yeah.
It's a lot bumpier. Yeah. But no, it was funny because we were there and we're like, I said, we somehow got talking about locking your doors, and they're like, what?
Why?
Ooh. I think there's one, I'm like, okay, there's still crackheads. It's got to be crackheads. There's crackheads everywhere.
Well, they're meth heads in this area. We don't have crackheads. We have meth heads.
Sorry, we're more involved.
So it's just a totally different atmosphere of town. Yeah.
Oh, it's totally laid back,
awesome,
man. It's very laid back. It's very nice. It's very homey, and it's very Stepford, and it's a beautiful place. Every chance I get to go there, I'm like, yeah.
They got a great breakfast
other than TSA and my ass hurting when I get done with the TSA guys. Because they really do their job there.
Bet.
Yeah, they're serious about their shit. That is for sure.
With all that being said, what do you think about this? Should we talk about?
Oh, so what chocolate did you eat during the show? If you didn't eat chocolate, you didn't understand the assignment.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Milk duds. Total milk duds, man.
Yeah.
Gotta have milk duds.
I just like regular Hershey's chocolate. Or does the chocolate on the ice? Do you like the drumsticks, like the drumsticks with the chocolate in the bottom? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The prepackaged ones?
Yeah. Ice cream ones.
Dude,
yes.
I had one of those. Those are the best, especially the ones with the caramel in the middle.
Yeah.
Beat them, dude.
You talking about for like movie going? Because I mean, if it's movie going, you gotta get the snow caps. At the house. Reese's, man. Reese's are my Achilles heel.
You call them Reese's too. My wife calls it, and everyone clowns on her.
What, Reese's?
Yeah, because I guess someone says it's Reese's.
Yeah, it's Reese's.
It's Reese's Pieces, but everyone calls it Reese's Pieces.
Reese's, yeah. So
Reese's.
Cassie gets clowned on that quite a bit.
Well, let her
grammar.
Not by me. Not by me.
She was in Florida. No one would clown her. They'd hand her a bag of delicious little brown, yellow, and orange.
Although we've already discussed peanut butter M&Ms are better than Reese's Pieces.
Oh,
we're gonna debate that. And we're just gonna have, as Andy Waymire says, we don't have to agree on everything, and we can still be friends.
Yeah.
And I go, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Easier that way.
Yeah, because he goes,
Hey, I loved ET too, but I'm just telling the truth here.
yeah. He goes, I don't like water. And I go, how do you not like water? It tastes terrible. I like flavored liquid. And I go,
Wait, who doesn't like water? He doesn't
Andy
like
Waymeyer.
water?
He doesn't like water.
That's like I don't
What?
trust people that don't like water.
I
mean,
I
I
don't.
could-
I could see city
I
tap
can understand
water,
if you
but
want Coke, if you want a Coke or something.
No, he just
sometimes.
likes flavor in his water. It's
But
gotta
like
be
people
flavored.
that's like can't just. I mean, also, can you drink like a lukewarm water or room temperature water?
Listen, if I'm thirsty, I don't give a shit.
You can't. Yeah, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter if the water's cold. It doesn't matter if it's room temperature, as long as it's not hot.
that's how Kayla is. She'll drink room temperature water. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How?
I like cold water.
Cold.
I will prefer cold water. However, if what we have is that and I need water, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care.
Right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
if you're dying of
hey,
thirst,
listen,
yeah,
if they're all a banana laffy taffy,
Laffy Taffy.
for sure.
Dude, I've turned a corner. I've eaten a few banana Laffy Taffies. I don't know.
So that's what happens as you get old. You start to like things that suck.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
like
I guess so.
mushrooms.
No,
I never
will
like
never
mushrooms. I never liked
Never
I love
mushrooms.
mushrooms.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, man.
No toadstools. Nope. You want to eat fungus? Go for it. Not
Yeah.
me. I deal with water as tasteless, right?
Well, your
Yeah.
taste buds change every 7 to 10 years, so I mean,
Yeah, mine will never change to like that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You just gotta have the good ones, man.
I
All
know.
right, so turning red.
red. All right, let's start with you, Andy, since you're the guest.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Turning Red.
let's do it. Yeah. So
Did you like it? Did you not like it?
I liked it, but in some ways I had to watch it a second time because I actually watched it 3 times. You know, the kids they
Oh,
play it, and you miss
Jesus.
half of it, and then you sit down, you watch the end, and then you never
How old
see
are
the
your kids?
beginning. 1 and 4. So you know, it just TV's always going.
Yeah.
How do you ever get
So
to
the first time I
anything?
watched it, I watched halfway and then towards the end. And second time I watched it was like the whole thing, missed some parts, and then caught the end again. So then I had to sit down and watch it again today. And I watched like the first half of mainly the beginning. And I seen some reviews. I know you guys seen them too. And it's like the topic of the movie can be controversial. It's about a girl named May, where you know she lives in Toronto, Canada,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much the basis of the story
Sorry.
is going through puberty, becoming a teenager, and no other kid film has ever touched on it. And I think that's what kind of lit some fire under people's butts about it. And they're like, hey, I don't want my kids watching about this. But at the same time, there's so much worse stuff, not Pixar or Disney related, but just how the times are changing, where things are becoming accepted. And there's other things you can complain about. I feel like this movie really didn't hit things that I felt that I would be complaining about. So I didn't really understand that part. And I feel like people try to take something from a message and misconstrued it just to make it sound bad. Literally, it was just about a girl listening to her parents, being the best child, and turning out that, you know, sometimes you grow up and you want to do things for yourself. But what was your guys' opinion on the movie other than just that?
I mean, it's a cartoon, people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a freaking cartoon about a girl that turns into a panda. Okay,
Right.
and it was one of the few Disney movies where the parents don't die; they're just douchebags.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually they're
I mean,
dead. Right.
Well, the other
one-
argument
one-
I seen where people are complaining like, well, they're disobeying their parents, but like, what kind of kid
What
are you
kid
trying
doesn't?
to? Like,
Right.
yeah, it's like, and their parents' rules are ridiculous. Like, it's a ridiculous expectation for a kid, you
Yeah.
know, that the mom has. It's like she's overbearing. Like, the mom is not like a very good mom. I'd say the mom's
mean,
not a very
right.
good mom.
You know,
When you
these,
watch.
these are just so stupid. Go back and watch Sleeping Beauty or Snow White and the Seven
Yeah.
Dwarfs. I mean, for God's sakes, these were not like feel-good movies. I mean,
Right.
Cinderella, dude, her dad gets killed. Her
Yep.
mom dies, and this bitch of a stepmom, you know, just turns her into a servant.
Right.
Where's all these woke ass people talking about that shit? You know, white servitude and all this other crap. She's got to talk to mice. I mean, you know, and she's happy as
Dude.
could be. What person would be happy as could be? I mean,
You know,
they're
the people complaining
cartoons.
about this, movie, do they not just remind you of this guy?
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, They don't like. What are you gonna do? Just let puberty sneak up on your kids or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Can't pretend
mean,
it doesn't exist. Right.
I know.
Right.
I
you
mean-
can't will it out of existence.
No, well, they gotta stay kids forever. I don't know.
Right.
They can't ever grow up and,
Yeah.
I just, blood runs red on the highway. These were movies we used to watch in driver's ed, like,
Yeah.
crash movies. And it's like borderline Faces of Death / pay attention when you're driving videos.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we used to have, years ago, you'd split the class. All the boys would go here and all the girls would go there. And they would talk about becoming, puberty, as it were.
Yeah.
And your body is going to change. You might notice aches and pains as kids walk in the room. Hi, Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you recording?
Yeah.
He's coming
Hi,
over
come
now.
on.
Oh no.
Say hi, Mr. B. Just say hi.
Hi.
see him? Say hi.
He's going to
And the
bed.
movie was made for her. Make sure she
Just say
watches
mommy,
it and
okay?
understands.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a cartoon. I mean, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's a cartoon. It reminded me of Wallace and Gromit, or whatever it was. Hi, big teeth.
Right. I like the artwork of it reminded me of the Spider-Verse. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
newer
of
movie.
course.
Yeah.
It
I love
reminded me
that.
kind of like that, like that new edge drawing and 3D rendering, or however they make the the Pixar and Disney films and stuff like that. I like it, but I feel like it's very it's directed for kids. That's the point. And
Right.
I like it. I do.
When
I don't know.
adults watch kids' movies, that's when it goes
Yeah.
sideways.
Well,
Right.
who was your favorite character out of there? Who did you guys like?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the main character, you got to
dad.
say, yeah.
Always the
The supporting
dad.
characters were
dad.
great. The dad was the sleeper, absolutely. Good night, Mr. B.
I like what Cassie says. Okay, but Panda Rage is quite fitting, and I'll agree
Yeah.
with her on that because, two sisters and then Haley and Sue.
Oh,
I know the rage.
Yeah, we were in the cycle here, and when Bailey was still here, and they come in, I could just tell and I want to ask the question what's wrong with you? And then I think oh, okay, all right,
I know what's wrong with you.
I know what's going on. I'll slowly back away, and then I'll just be exactly. I'm a SpongeBob out of here, all right, and I'll just be over here for a week.
Oh my gosh, dude. When we were away this weekend, we were talking about SpongeBob, and there was a scene in one of the SpongeBobs, and we're and Haley and I are just laughing our asses off. I'm like, what are you guys laughing at? We're like, it's like, you guys don't know? Did nobody ever watch SpongeBob? I mean,
Yeah,
no SpongeBob people, and they're just, I watch SpongeBob, and I was like, well, then you should know the reference.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody watched SpongeBob. It doesn't matter
Apparently
how old
not.
you are.
No, there was no watching of the SpongeBob.
Wait, Haley watched SpongeBob, right?
Oh hell yeah! That's why both
Yeah,
of us know SpongeBob. We
that's
literally
what I'm
talk
saying.
about, and then Sue would just look at us and get all pissed off because we're like, "What are you guys talking? You're talking about SpongeBob again?" And we're like, "Yes, we're talking about SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob
We're
is
doing the
great,
same
dude.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
crap we've done all along."
Dude, I
Yeah, exactly.
I have a sister that's 12 years older than me. She has a SpongeBob tattoo. So
Oh, nice. Yeah,
What? That's dedication.
yeah,
That's
that's
dedication.
Yeah.
dude. At Universal, there's the one show where SpongeBob plays the rock and roll superstar.
Oh, that's the best episode.
That is
So,
the best
yeah,
episode.
Yeah, oh for sure.
It should have
but-
ended right there.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know, right?
Yeah.
So they painted him like Gene Simmons. So, and he's got a spatula as guitar.
Yeah.
He's standing on Patrick, and it's this giant model that's like this big. And dude, we walk into the SpongeBob area at Universal, and it's sitting on the shelf, and she sees it because she's a big Gene Simmons fan from Kiss.
Yeah.
And she sees that, she's like, "You've got to be kidding me." And I'm like, I just look at it and go, "Well, shit, I'm buying that.
Yeah.
That's coming home with us. Not even an option.
They made
Not
it
even
just
like
for
a
you.
maybe."
Like
not
price
even-
it whatever you want. Dean's gonna buy it. It doesn't.
Oh yeah,
matter.
it's coming home. It's just here we go.
I'm
Who's
gonna put this
carry
on
it
that
is the only
shelf that's
question I
already
have.
about to fall.
Oh
Right.
yeah. No.
Plus, you never know when you're going to see it again, or if it'll be in stock, and
It
then
doesn't
then
matter.
it's gone. Yeah,
It
you just
doesn't
need it now.
matter. It's
Now.
she's learned that it's like, I see it. We're here.
I want.
It only makes
Right.
sense. Let's just
Right.
get it. I'm like,
I can't
God,
even.
yeah, I'm a dad. Because I love you. That's why the dad was the best guy in the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you guys think about the movie overall then? Like, what was your take on it? Good, bad, indifferent?
It was good, but then the ending kind of fell on its face. I felt like it was a little bit too exaggerated, and I understand it, and I not the ending where they were turning from panda back to human.
Yeah.
Spoilers, but that's what they can do, and it was the whole stadium kind of scene. I felt like it was a little bit drawn out and a little exaggerated. But otherwise, I mean,
They were setting that up the whole time with the boy band, the
right. Right.
I was like, okay, obviously this is what's gonna happen. The boy band is gonna save
Hey,
everybody.
listen, I'm just happy it was
Yeah,
in Canada instead of the U.S. Finally, break their
Yeah,
stadium.
I know. I seen
Yeah.
that. I seen that spinning restaurant tower. I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, the
that's-
CN
yep.
Tower. Yeah,
But you
Yeah.
can't say like
that.
they, but oh yeah.
I've been in the CN Tower. Yeah, I went up. You used to be able to go all the way up to the top, and
Yeah.
it's a really small room. And I just stood at the elevator and kind of did this. And I was like, staying right here.
Yeah, I mean, going back down.
I'm not. I'll be right here. Everyone's running around having a good time, looking out the windows,
Yeah.
doing this shit. I'm like,
No.
staying right here. at the
I've done
elevator.
that on the Stratosphere. Have you ever been to the top of the Stratosphere in Vegas?
No, I drove under it and said, oh, there it is. Wow.
Yeah, well, we went up there. They have rides up there,
Mhm.
and there's an observation deck where
Oh yeah.
it's curved like this. So I'm already
Oh yeah.
sketched out. I'm sketched out at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cassie is a psychopath. She's like, I'm going to ride that ride up there. I was like, oh, I'll go up there with you. So we go up the next flight of them. I get up there, dude, and it's like the whole thing's going like this.
Moving.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Moving.
the whole
Oh
building.
man.
You can't tell when you're inside of it. I was
No.
like, you know what? I'll just wait for you in the next down here in the observation deck. Like I'm
Yeah.
not.
Oh no. When we went to the Space Needle, I had Haley with me, and there's glass floor, and part of the area is glass floor. And she's like, I'm not stepping on that. And I'm like, I'm over there jumping on it, and she's going, you're stupid. I'm like, it's not gonna break. It's like,
Yeah.
no.
If it breaks, you're rich.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you got to worry about? But it was funny. They had mats over some of it, because foreigners won't go out and look.
Yeah.
So they have mats covering the glass. And so I go, and then I peel back the mat, and she's like, oh, and runs back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You guys done a video, right?
I'm sure.
On that-
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, because I seen
Yeah.
it. I seen it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
You know what would be funny if they had
yeah.
like tint? They could turn tint on it, where it's like black,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they start to walk it and then switch it halfway through.
Yeah,
Wow.
like the bathroom doors and stuff
Yeah.
that goes opaque, and oh yeah, that'd be hilarious.
What you don't know won't hurt you, right? You know.
Yeah. But
that.
you get them halfway on it, then you switch it, and they got to
Yeah.
go over it. No, whether they go frontwards or backwards,
They
they
just
gotta
stand there
cross
like deer in the headlights.
I wonder if that's how they did Squid Games. You know.
it. Maybe.
I can't.
So what I think is funny is that this giant panda attacks the stadium, and only in Canada is it like, not only are they going to make them pay to fix it, which
Right.
that's almost too realistic for a cartoon to have to tax the people to pay, but everyone is totally cool with the fact that there's a 30-foot tall panda
And yeah,
that is running around the city, and we're going to pay to go see a 6-foot tall panda, a
Yeah.
smaller one, and
Yeah.
make $1 million. And it's like, no, this isn't. How is this?
right.
Yeah, it
How
didn't
is this
seem
gonna pay in the
realistic.
plot line?
If you're gonna go realistic, stick realistic. But if you're not, then don't.
Yeah,
you know.
no.
How's
I
the
was
big
just like,
the big panda? I was like first of all, like
Too
why
big.
why is
Too
she
big.
so much bigger? And then also, why are you so angry, bro? You could tell.
Right.
I mean, you knew her mom was angry. It's like this panda's not that angry. This panda's just screwing around, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Maymay's panda is just like a bull in a china shop. The
I
big
know,
panda's like
yeah.
scary.
The way they made her mom seem was like, okay, she was angry with the panda, didn't know how to control it. She was just a crazy teenager. Yeah, I guess I get that was the story that they were trying to push or whatever.
Well,
I don't know. Whatever which
original-
way.
Well, the original panda, the great whatever that was the panda. She was the big panda to protect the city.
Right.
So I guess the most uptight of them gets that gene of giant panda, because the
Yeah,
other
okay.
when all the other relatives turned into pandas, they were all like,
Nice.
they had
laid
their
back.
own unique panda things, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Well,
I feel like the dad is in an abusive situation. Like he's
Absolutely.
being
That
abused.
poor,
He's
that
being
poor
abused.
man. That poor man.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's That's why he was the hero of the movie. Put up with that shit.
Right. What, like the mom's getting, the stepmom's getting him, his wife's getting him. Like, he can't do nothing. He can cook his ass off. We've seen that. Everyone loves him. But yeah.
And I liked it how he picked up the camera and saw her doing all that footage, and it's like he's the one that had the heart, so you grew an attachment towards the dad, because it's like, listen, like he's understanding where she's coming from. So I thought that was a strong suit of the movie.
because he's living the same hell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One of us should escape.
Yeah, we're living the same hell together. I'm sorry. You know.
Well, and then Andy sent me a TikTok of the guy watching it, and what's the girl's name in Monsters Inc? Boo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows the flowers, and it's like in the same universe. So the crazy one is probably Boo from Monsters Inc.
Yep. That's what conspiracy tells us so far.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I watched
the
a couple
Pixar
of
universe.
the hidden gems, like 10 hidden gems of all the Pixar shit that was hidden inside of it.
Yeah.
There's so much little Pixar crap. Like these guys that got kudos to those guys that have the time to like sit there like this.
Exactly.
Like, there's a
How
pool
do they
scene.
find them all?
I think they all talk to one another, but there's a pool scene, and inside the pool is the Pixar ball floating in the pool, and like you'd have to be like super paying attention. There's like one of the folders that the kid has a Buzz Lightyear, sticker on it, and then like her thing had other little characters from the shorts that Pixar does.
Yeah.
And just a ton of shit, and you're just like there's a skeleton in the classroom that looks like the bird from Up.
Oh wow!
See,
I didn't even see all the Easter eggs
yet. Dude, you'd never see them because they're like
until someone points them out to you.
These guys are literally watching them run frame at a time, and you're just like, holy Jesus, man! Do you not have a life? I mean,
I love how all the license plates are the same, or you'll see like the pizza truck from Toy Story, and
that was there. Movie. Well, that was in the movie, the pizza truck.
That's in all of them, isn't it? Isn't the pizza truck in all of them? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that there's people that do that though, because it's cool to watch afterwards. Like I would watch Game of Thrones, and I'm watching it like casually, not paying super attention. But then there was like a companion podcast I listened to while I was at work, and then they'd explain all the intricate details of what was going on.
Yeah.
I could like,
the verse inside of the universe.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, this is Turning Red, a cartoon. It's like
right.
I mean,
I know. I get what they were trying to do and be modern with how, and I feel like they're almost running out of ideas too. So it was better than like making I know there's another, Despicable Me or Minions, but better than another sequel or whatever movie. So it was something new, and I feel like that's something hard to do, especially with today and how people complain about about anything. You gotta
anything you come out with, there's going to be a dumbass that complains about it. I mean, this movie at least they took a topic that's like
different,
somewhat taboo.
Something that happens,
and it's like, look, these are things these kids are going to have to understand at some point. And if we're just going to use a big 6-foot panda to do it, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, some of these goofballs on the internet, I'm like, dude, it's a cartoon. Exactly. Your kid does not understand about flow.
Yeah,
they don't. Okay, they're like, you got a 5-year-old. They don't know what a tampon is. They think it's a toy
half it's just going over their head anyway. They don't
get this shit.
Dude, that was a classic scene when the mom's like, "You forgot your pads."
Yeah. The kids are going. The kids are not understanding that. They just see their parents laughing, and it's like,
I can only imagine as a guy, but I couldn't imagine like being like, women have total different social circumstances. Like, you can be embarrassed as a guy and kind of get over it, but I don't know how it works in their system, so I can only imagine like what
they are wired differently. Yeah,
how mortifying that must be.
Listen. I mean, as a dad of a daughter, I know, right? That's pretty crazy. I listen. I taught Haley. I said, I'm not going to explain any of this shit to you because this is out of my wheelhouse. I'm just going to explain to you how I would approach this, and that's be prepared. Okay, be prepared. Have this shit in your backpack for the magical day when this new friend of yours drops into town and totally ruins the goddamn party. Be ready for it. It's gonna happen. It's not like it's not, because you always hear these horror stories where these girls, like, their parents had to bring them clothes, or I'm like, dude, get a Ziploc bag, put a pair of underwear and a couple pads and all this shit in there, because it's gonna happen. Okay, and just be ready for it. And be like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and get up and go. And if your teacher's like doesn't understand, then they're freaking idiots.
Right.
I'm like, just be prepared. But that's how a dad would approach it, because
that's the toughest conversation you can have with your kids.
No,
but
my conversation had nothing to do with the like Cassie in that conversation. No, mine was, all right, look, you understand how it works now? Here's how to prepare for it. Here's how to go to war, because this shit's coming, and you got to be ready, because we're dads, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
Get a hammer, get a fucking nail. We're gonna nail this bitch to the wall. So.
Luckily, I didn't have to deal with the situation, but I was worried. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get caught stuck with this, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do.
I'm just practical about it. I mean, I look at it like, hey, hey, look, this is gonna happen. Okay, it's just be ready for it. Don't let it creep up and be like, hey,
by the way,
wish you had a pair of underwear today, don't you? Pads and a plug and the whole moon and bowl and this and tight and low and heavy. And I used to work for Procter & Gamble. I set that aisle many times. I was shocked. I would set it with the girls, and they hated it, because they'd just be like, you're gonna ask questions, aren't you? I'm like, yes, I'm gonna ask a lot of questions, because I don't understand any of this, and it intrigues the shit out of me. And they're just like, there's something wrong with you. I'm like, no, why is there something wrong with me? I don't. I have different parts, I have different parts. And in my mind, isn't this the goal? The more you know.
Oh man, yeah. Well, you think that it's like 2022, and you think we'd be moving forward, but somehow we're like back in Tipper Core days. Like we've went all the way back to video games are making our kids kill people. The music,
dude, I don't listen. I don't understand the state of the world right now. I mean, I feel like my grandparent, or my grandpa, father, or something like that. Oh, the world's gone to shit, and you're like, why? Because they're letting kids do all this shit. And it's like, okay, so, and we did fine, and now they're like, wow, you can't read this book. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, like, they literally talk about how that was bad in the books I read when I went to school.
Right.
And now you're trying to. Yeah. Did you not read these same books?
No.
Super snowflakes coming out.
Well, they quote 1984, but they didn't read 1984. They didn't read the whole thing.
Read shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they watched TXX 1138 and they were like, oh yeah, this is the future right
Yeah.
here.
Well, I like how the one thing I thought was cool about the movie, regardless of the storyline or whatever, the time era, because it was kind of it was early 2000s. You think Backstreet Boys, In Sync. Yeah, that was me. So I got that girl perspective of someone in my era, of being that age then, of what's going on. So I feel like they were really trying to hit my demographic, age-wise bracket, with their kids, so the kids would come and see that, and then they're about that age too, roughly. A little bit older, not too much, but still. I feel like that's what they were really trying to aim for.
Yeah.
So.
No, and that was I like the little retro thing. I like here. Look, I like that it was in Canada. I thought that was cool. Finally, a Canadian movie.
Yeah,
go Canada. I like that it was a retro piece. I think that solves a lot of problems. Because when you watch a movie, and if the one thing that'll solve every issue in a movie is if you just had a cell phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
right.
That's where old movies fall flat. Like you were talking about Halloween. All of those older scary movies, you go, if you just had a cell phone, like this wouldn't be
done. Yeah.
That's why kids look at these things and go, this scared you? Yeah. I mean, the only scary part is the fact he doesn't have a cell phone. He has no way to get onto the internet. Did they not have internet back then? You're just like, no. Yeah. What was he doing in the bathroom? Was he reading? What is he reading? Why doesn't he have his phone? That's so strange.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This was almost like a play on that, because it was like she had the little Tamagotchi thing or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And she's playing with it, and it's like, oh, that's what we played with before we had phones.
That was the
these
one
stupid
cringe
little
part that
things.
I didn't like. That was the one cringe part. Not the Tamagotchi itself, but whenever she was like, "Oh, you're gonna meet your daddy," I was like, "What? What? What did you like? Holy like." Let's just let this one slide because someone's gonna think it's funny, and it's like because she was talking about like the 4 boys or 5 boys, whatever. What were they called again? The Backstreet Boys, the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
You know, one of those guys. Oh, you're gonna meet your daddy. Like what? Like that. I know that's gonna go over your head too with kids, but it's like I'm like. Okay, that was like a little bit weird because you know how people talk nowadays. Like you know, it's a common name for some people. You know, not me, but someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was some good scenes in it. The part where she finds the notebook, takes her to the store, berates the teenage dude, and then it like all goes to hell after that.
Yeah.
And you know that's kind of when it happens. So the pad scene I thought was funny. There's a few of them.
Right.
Michael
I think they just
Jackson
made the
for-
mother like extra crazy, so we made sure in our minds that like, okay, we're rooting for May May because the
Yeah.
mom's just a
Okay,
tyrant.
so you have a 1,
for town.
1 and
Yeah.
a 5-year-old. Now,
I have a 1 and 5-year-old, and then my oldest is 11. My daughter, Aaliyah.
Okay, so you've met plenty of crazy ass parents.
Yes.
So you know that wasn't an exaggeration. That's
Yeah.
straight up real shit. I mean,
Yeah.
trust me, when it comes to parents, you ain't got to look too far to find the craziest one in
Yeah.
the bunch. You know,
Right.
that one.
Well, as soon
Well,
as you start
I believe
playing
they're
sports,
out there. That's
when
how
you
my
play
buddy.
the sports, you'll see them. That's when you'll meet them. When they get in
Oh,
sports,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, here they
Oh,
are. That's
yeah.
where they're at.
Yeah, because
The
we played.
stadiums, yeah.
We played soccer, so
Yeah.
I mean, we met all kinds of soccer moms. That name, that is a name for a reason. Soccer moms are real, and soccer dads ain't much better. All right, so especially if they're watching football on Sunday and their little kids out there playing soccer. Come on,
I'm still
Johnny,
alive.
you can do it.
It's Kayla.
Oh no.
She's like, "You still alive?" Yeah, I'm still alive. You know, it's the normal.
Yeah, man, we're making money here. We're breaking down walls. We're changing
Yes.
the world.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally we let the guests pick the movie for next week. So hopefully you were prepped on that. If you weren't,
I was
No.
not prepped, but movie for what you guys?
yeah.
do.
So so you get to give us a shitty movie to
Yeah.
watch for next
I'll,
week. And
one
you don't
day
actually have to watch it.
one day I want to watch the movie that Hifivega was in. I can't remember what it was called.
You know
but
what? I
remember he
got
told
one.
us-
I got one for you. I got one.
Alright.
It's an older movie. It can be any genre.
Yeah. I mean, we can veto it, but yeah, go
This is
ahead.
my this is my favorite movie. You're gonna like it though. You're gonna like
Okay,
it. You've
okay.
probably seen it. Short Circuit.
Oh no, no disassemble.
Yeah, Johnny Five.
Johnny
is alive.
Five.
Yeah, no disassemble.
I want you guys to do that one. That's my favorite movie, man.
I don't even think that's available anymore.
Oh, really?
I think you got to be a member of the library.
I'll send you the
of
tape. I
Congress
got
or
on
something
tape.
like that.
You still got a VCR, right?
Oh shit.
If not, let me think of a plan B, something newer. Plan B, just in case. Plan B. Let me think.
Yeah, everybody loves Short Circuit
Ooh,
back in
love
the 80s.
Johnny. I know Scott does too. Absolutely.
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
trying to
hold
think.
water.
Your mother is a snowblower.
Laser.
There's some scenes in there, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, it was the era of Police Academy. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's hard thinking of a movie on the spot, really, for
No,
you
don't
guys.
feel
It's
bad.
something
Trust
new.
me, movies suck right now. So
Because I
Yeah.
watch series. You know, I watch more of that rather
Yep.
than just per se movies. Did you ever see 11/23/63 with the time traveling? It's
Yeah.
on Hulu.
James Franco, or
Yes.
is in
And
it.
you
I watched
watched it?
some of it.
is it a series?
It's a series. It's
Oh.
it's only one season long.
That's way too long.
That's
It's 8 episodes, 8
it's
hours,
a,
I think, or
it's a
something.
Stephen
Like
King book.
Oh,
Yes.
Stephen King book.
It's very
yeah,
good.
Johnny
It's very
Five is
good.
alive sounds way better.
There
Yeah.
you go. Do it.
There we go.
All right, we'll watch Short Circuit. Why not?
Short
Awesome.
circuit it is.
Love
Yeah,
you guys.
alright.
Thank you.
Torturing us with this. God damn it! One of these days we'll get a guest that has taste in movies.
Sorry. You asked me my favorite movie or a movie for you guys to do.
It's
It just
okay,
top
it's
my
okay.
head,
There you
top
go.
my
It's
head.
short circuit.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not, but it's okay.
Maybe next time. Next time I'll get you a
Wow.
better one.
They're always gonna suck.
Yeah.
We should just rename the show to "We Watch Sucky Movies."
Yeah. I mean, hey, clickbait. Perfect.
Yeah. I will say this. This was a Disney movie. If you're into Disney movies and you got kids, you're gonna watch this movie and go to town. I mean, that's just what it is. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's not
free on Disney Plus if you already have
It's not
Disney
Toy
Plus.
Story where everyone's just gonna have this nostalgic moment of joy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a fun little movie to watch with your kids, and you'll get some of the jokes and they won't. And that's basically how cartoons are these days. So sit back, relax, and enjoy it. And next week we'll be watching Short Circuit. And thank you, Andy, for coming on the show tonight and spending some time with us. I know you probably want to go kiss the kids, so the rest of you, meet the kids, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
You guys have
Thanks
a
for
great
having
night.
me on, man. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, no,
this was
thank
awesome.
You. I guess we'll see y'all next week.
We will.